You would opt out of the voluntary disclosure program when the total penalty cost that would be part of the voluntary disclosure program is greater than the penalties that would be assessed if you were not in the program. A taxpayer has intentionally set up shell companies, shifted monies out offshore, and taken deductions for those payments. That would be an example where opting out would be a bad idea. Opting out would be a good idea if there are tax non-compliance assets, things like rental real property or business interests that are being included in the penalty base, that if the taxpayer were to opt out would not be included in penalty calculations. If you stay in the program and you've been forthright in your disclosures and cooperate as required under the program guidelines, you will not be prosecuted. The failure to cooperate and the failure to be forthright in disclosures can result in people being disqualified from the program. The taxpayer is still subject to criminal prosecution for failing to file foreign bank accounts, still subject to prosecution for tax evasion, still subject to civil fraud penalties on the income tax side, and still subject to willfulness penalties on the foreign bank account reporting side. The first and foremost point is to be totally open with lawyers that you're seeking to have represent you in making a voluntary disclosure. This is not the time to hide the ball from lawyers who are seeking to represent your interests. Doing so will put your assets and your freedom at risk.